William Wymark Jacobs was an English author of short stories and novels. He began work in the Post Office Savings Bank and had his first story published in 1885. His favorite subject was marine life.
3 at table. The talk in the coffee room was about ghosts. A sailor, who was sitting at a table with 2 other men, narrated an incident that had taken place when he was a young man. One fine morning, he had gone out for a walk in a quiet English countryside. When he found he had gone far enough, he turned up at a lane at right angles to the road he was passing, to find his way back by another route. However, the route was a winding one, and he was soon caught up in a fog. He shouted for help, and heard some footsteps after some time. A sturdy-looking man walked back with him for nearly a mile and gave him instructions to reach the closest village 3 miles away. The 3 miles sounded like 10 to the weary sailor, and so he inquired about a house that was visible from there. His companion shuddered and advised him against it. They parted. The sailor could not find a way and walked slowly back towards the house until he reached a small gate. He walked up a long path and knocked lightly on the door of the house. It was opened by an old woman who refused to be of any help. Just as she was about to close the door, an old man appeared and invited him inside. Hesitant at first, the sailor accepted the invitation to join them. Almost before he knew it, he was standing inside. He sat near the fire and warmed his frozen fingers. "There will be 3 of us at dinner, we 2 and my son. I suppose you don't mind dining in the dark?" "Not at all, but really, I'm afraid I'm intruding." "It's seldom we have company. My son's eyes are bad, and he can't stand the light." The table was laid, and the room was made dark. Somebody entered and took a seat at the table, and the sailor heard a strange voice. "A cold night." "Yes." "Are you a stranger here?" "Yes." The atmosphere was strange, and the sailor could see a pair of wild eyes, shining like a cat's. He felt uneasy, and pushed back his chair, which got entangled in a rug. In his efforts to disentangle the rug, the screen in front of the fire fell over with a crash. The face of the person sitting opposite looked devilish in the flickering light of the fire. "I beg your pardon, but I have accidentally overturned the screen. Allow me to replace it." "No, let it be. We have had enough of the dark. I'll give you a light." The old man lit a candle. It was then that the sailor saw that the man had a gaunt, weird face with only one eye. "My son was injured some years ago in a burning house. Since then, we have lived a very retired life. I thought that it would be better for me not to come to the dinner table, but it happens to be my birthday, and my father would not hear of my dining alone. So we hit upon this foolish plan of dining in the dark. I'm sorry I startled you." "I'm such a fool, but it was only in the dark that you startled me." We never see a friend, and the temptation to have company was too much for us. They were soon as merry a party as anyone had ever seen. The night passed by rapidly. The old man rose and gazed proudly at his disfigured son. "To the health of the children my boy saved."
सब्सक्राइब करिए हमारे चैनल को और कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखिए आई सब्सक्राइब्ड और जो लिखेगा हम उसका नाम अपनी अगली वीडियो में लेंगे, पर हाँ सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिए।